Okay, friends. So I have an update about the lawyer situation in regards to the studio that I originally rented and did my ERMI dust test once I got my keys and found out that it is, in fact, covered with toxic mold, even though you can't see it, can't smell it. It's there, and the dust does not lie. Okay. So, long story short, right? I told them I didn't want to move out. I wanted them to remediate it. I wanted to stay there after it was remediated. And they told me that they didn't want to do that. They wanted me to give the keys back because they wanted to properly take their time to remediate it and they didn't know how long that would take. Okay. So I was like, okay, fine, whatever. I don't really have the energy to fight this battle. I have fucking 6 different types of mold illness. I have Hashimoto's, Epstein-Barr. It's all flared up. Okay, fine. So 2 weeks later, they list it back on the market. And I called them within 90 minutes of them opening for that day, of them posting the listing back online for rent, because I've been looking every single fucking day. I live in a small ass town. There's only so many places to fucking rent in this town that has a washer and dryer hookup that takes cats and that were in the price range that I was looking, which by the way is 1,300. I was even going up to 1,400 a month looking for a rental. Okay, that I was like, okay, this is going to be fine for me. Of course, I want to save money, by the way. Anyways, so I call them and I'm like, hey, I see the listings back up. I used to live there. I had to move out because of the molds. I want to move back in. Has it been remediated? And the lady's like, oh, so-and-so is handling your listing. I'll let her know she's not available right now for her to call you back. I said, okay, cool. So day goes by. Homegirl doesn't call me back. It's 24 hours later. So I send a text to Homegirl because Homegirl and I were texting before when I originally moved into that unit. I know this is her number. I text her, hey, I don't know if your coworker told you, I called yesterday. I want to move back into the unit. Is it mold free? Call me back. Message me back. She doesn't message me back all work day long. Okay, it's 2 full work days that this woman refuses to talk to me. So I send an email to the email that her and I were originally corresponding on about the molds when I originally had the lease with this company. I know that she will receive this, right? So I write her this letter saying, hey, I reached out 2 different times. This is what I said. I want to move back in. I'm holding that in good faith that, you're just busy and that you're going to return, this correspondence to me. And I just want you to be honest with me. Was it remediated or not? I just want to know whether or not I can move back in. I was already approved. I want to move back in. Let me move back in. If it's been renovated according to you, you had me move out because you were going to renovate it and remediate it properly. So therefore, it should be remediated, right? Let me move back in. So homegirl, I tell her this is a Friday, a Thursday night. I gave her all Friday to respond to me. And I said, if I don't hear back from you by the following Tuesday, 3 business work days, I'm, just going to take this that you are medically discriminating against me, essentially, because that's what it seems like it's coming off as now. Like you're avoiding me. And for what reason? And so she never responded back to me. So I get a hold of the Oregon Bar Association website. On there, you can apply to talk to a lawyer for 30 minutes for $35 to discuss your case to see if that lawyer could be a good fit, to give you some information about your case and also help refer you to somebody else that would be a better fit for you. So I waited weeks, and by weeks, I literally mean weeks. I probably waited 4 weeks, almost a whole month, for the lawyer that was assigned to me to get back to me. And this person never gave me my 30-minute phone consultation. Granted, I believe I never paid that $35, even though I believe I had to put my card info down. I don't know. I can't remember. I'm going to go with I didn't pay for it, right? Because I can't find proof of a receipt. So anyways, I never got my phone consultation, and he responds back saying weeks later, a month later, hey, I don't specialize in that. I can't help you. Best of luck. What? Like, I've waited 4 weeks for you to tell me that you don't specialize in that. Best of luck. And legally speaking, according to the bar association on the website, he's supposed to refer me back to the bar and never even did that. Common sense of me knowing that's the next steps for me to take because that's what it said on the website. But that's actually his job to follow through and say that. And it's also his job to respond back to me in a timely manner. And I do not believe a month is a timely manner, honestly, to, say, hey, I don't specialize in this. When I called you and you texted me back finally, I would say 1, 2, maybe 3 weeks later, that probably would have been a better time to tell me, hey, I don't specialize in this. Or on your email, your voicemail, hey, this is so and so law firm. I specialize in blah blah blah. If that's not for you, we're not a good fit. Please refer back to blah blah blah. Like, what the fuck? Anyways, he and I had a few back and forth choice words, and I was very assertive in my communication, and it was almost like talking to a gaslighter who's deflecting and projecting. I wouldn't say he was projecting. He was deflecting. Actually, he was projecting. Deflecting, projecting, stonewalling, just doing everything except for acknowledging the fact that he refused to actually respond to me in a timely manner, follow through with the procedures, and refer me back to the bar or refer me to somebody who could help. And honestly, as a lawyer, just point blank period, blanket statement, if you can't understand the basic laws of would this obtain, like, my situation, is it worth taking to court or not? You know what I mean? Is it worth even talking to a lawyer or not? If you can't even tell me that on a baseline, just looking at it as a lawyer, what the fuck are you even doing? Like, I don't even understand that. Like, someone tell me, am I wrong? If you're a lawyer, tell me, am I wrong that, like, just knowing what I told you before I talked about the lawyer, the situation, I gave him all this information, I gave him all this information about the situation, and he couldn't even chime in not one bit to tell me whether or not it was worth me talking to a lawyer or not. Like, I just don't even understand that. So that's where I stand with that. This is a fucking eclipse, uh, solar eclipse, new moon that we're on here today, and it's on my Virgo MC in my 10th house. Okay, so public reputation and business, and I'm standing on business today. I reported him. That's what I did. I reported him because I'm fucking sick and tired of people in communities taking advantage of other people's, and then the law not fucking following through and helping people. I have money. I could afford to pay for a fucking lawyer. I just thought maybe it would be smart of me to not waste money trying to find the right lawyer when I could pay $35 and get referred to the proper lawyer. Basic thoughts. That's what I thought. Apparently I'm wrong. Apparently that's not helpful whatsoever. And I know not all of it is this lawyer's fault. I know that it's also a part of the Oregon Bars Association of how they are filtering these people. Okay, so anyways, that is my rant for today. So that means that boots on the ground. Now I get to go to local agencies in my community and report that property management and the house that is in fact infested with mold, and I have legal proof of it medically speaking. And it's up to all of those agencies to follow through to determine whether or not they're going to do their job and whether or not they're going to get the proof of remediation or not. So I just feel so sad for anybody that moves into that unit that's compromised, because they could fucking die. They could get cancer. The military uses mycotoxins in warfare, and for our community to not acknowledge the severity of that is just fucking sickening to me. It's fucking sickening. And speaking of that, my husband is in the military, and the VA doesn't even recognize mold illness or anything, yet we use it in fucking warfare. The fuck? The actual fuck. That's my rant for today. All right, friends, bye.